Just like the film The Breakup, couples argue all the time, but sometimes we say things we don't mean, but then they can be very hurtful.
We came upon the story of a woman who claims she was told by her then-husband that he cheated on her because she wasn't pretty enough. Years later, she says she's still affected by what he said to her.
So how damaging can words be? Elizabeth Lombardo is a psychologist and author of A Happy You, Your Ultimate Prescription for Happiness. And Randy Kessler is a divorce attorney and author of Divorce, Protect Yourself, Your Kids, and Your Future. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Seems like a woman's worst fear when the husband says, not only are you not pretty enough, but I cheated on you because you're not pretty enough. I mean, as a relationship expert, Elizabeth, you don't buy this story.
I'm not buying it. No one has an affair just because their wife isn't pretty enough. It's because he wasn't happy and he was putting it on her.
Well, I wouldn't discount the way she feels about it, though, because really, I've seen people get over cheating, misconduct, all sorts of things much faster than getting over what's been said to them.
You know, there's the old statement, sticks and stones can break my bones, words can never hurt me. But words like that, if you're in a close relationship with someone you love, sometimes there's no coming back from those.
It can be tough, but here's the thing. Eleanor Roosevelt said, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. And what that means is words are out there. If we internalize them, that's the only way that they can hurt us. So what we need to do is to realize the purpose of those words was for him to feel better about himself and then move on.
In fact, we reached out to the woman for a comment, and she said, I don't want to demonize my ex-husband. It takes two people to break up a marriage, and the breakup of that particular marriage is more complicated and nuanced than saying hurtful words. That said, words do hurt, especially when coming from someone who's supposed to have your back. So this wasn't necessarily about what was said, but what was behind it.
Absolutely, absolutely. He was obviously unhappy in the relationship, and she had some, concerns about her own beauty and her own self-confidence. What I would recommend anyone in that situation do is to address their self-confidence.
Well, Randy, the other word that a lot of people sometimes use when they get in arguments is they'll throw around the D word, talk about divorce. How damaging can that be in a relationship?
Well, there's a judge that I am very friendly with that I like, and he has a thing taped on his desk that says, think it, don't say it. You can't unring the bell, and that's a saying that sticks with us, because once you say those words, it doesn't make people be nicer. It makes people be scared, and they come see me, and they say, my husband used the D word. What do I need to do? And all of a sudden, they start preparing for divorce. It changes the relationship when you use the D word.
So, Elizabeth, what advice do you give to a woman who starts to buy into some of the things her husband may be saying, that I'm not pretty enough, I'm not thin enough? How do you deal with those self-esteem issues?
And usually it's things that she's already saying to herself. So what you need to do is you need to address your own self-confidence. Self-confidence is something that we learn, and anything learned can be unlearned. So start to take some steps to focus not on being perfect on the outside, but who you are on the inside. Your values, your strengths, and really fostering those will help you be happier, more confident, which will help you in your relationships.
All right, Elizabeth Lombardo, Randy Kessler, thank you both for being here.